Have you ever stood in front of an old, abandoned house and felt something? Not fear, not danger, but a kind of quiet reverence. Wooden boards creak in the wind. Shattered windows stare out like tired eyes. The roof sags under the weight of years. And still, it stands. You see, these aren't just broken buildings. They're time capsules. And if you listen closely, they'll tell you stories. That peeling wallpaper? Someone once picked it out with love. Maybe it matched the dining set. Maybe it didn't, but made the house feel like home. The rusted baby crib in the corner? That was once the heart of a mother's world. She sang lullabies in that room, worried through long nights, laughed when little feet took first steps on that dusty wooden floor. The letters under the stairs? Maybe they were love notes. Maybe war telegrams. Words once whispered in hope, now faded in silence. Old houses hold the fingerprints of lives once lived. The ordinary moments we forget to write down. The daily routines that once meant everything. A kettle whistling in the kitchen. Boots thudding on the porch after a long day's work. Laughter echoing during Sunday dinners. Grief settling like dust after someone was gone. But here's the strange beauty of abandoned houses. They remind us how time moves. How even what feels permanent isn't. Once these homes were new, proudly built, filled with dreams. Now they sit, cracked, tired, and slowly giving way to nature. And yet, they whisper. They whisper that life was here. And somehow, that's comforting. Because in a world obsessed with what's next, old houses pull us back to what was. They remind us that people mattered, even if we no longer know their names. They tell us we're not the first to feel heartbroken, or hopeful, or lost, or deeply, desperately in love. Someone else stood by that fireplace once, wishing for a better year. Someone else stared out that window, dreaming of running away, or maybe finally coming home. And maybe that's why we can't help but look at them. Not just because they're haunted by emptiness, but because they still feel alive. So the next time you pass an old, abandoned house, don't just see ruin. See remains of real lives, of real stories, of people not so different from you. And remember, one day, we'll all become someone's past. Let's leave behind something worth whispering about. Subscribe, like, share for more reflections on forgotten places.